I'm Matt Lehman, and today we're going to be talking about changing our eating habits. Do you guys know what the leading causes of deaths are today in the United States? According to the article entitled Why Good Nutrition is Important, published in 2016 by the Center for Science and the Public Interest, you can see by this table, heart disease and cancer leads those causes of death. You know why? Most of it's due to the fact that those people have a bad nutritional diet. I don't want to have other people keep continuing this constant trend that we see throughout the United States. Overweight people are all around you if you take one scan around the society. The article entitled The Majority of American Adults Are Overweight or Obese, written by Chris Murray in 2014, states that about approximately 160 million Americans today are overweight or obese. This is a growing problem that has to be addressed. I thought it was just a statistic, to be honest. I didn't really believe in all the hoopla concerning that statistic. But I'm gonna be honest with you, my grandpa actually experienced this a couple years ago when he passed away from heart disease as well. I actually, after that point, began to take an interest in nutrition due to that reason. I think the United States needs to stop shying away from the problem and stop hiding behind the statistics and actually open their eyes. And I think we need to incorporate a healthier diet into our lifestyles based off the negative health effects that result from a bad diet and just for future generational change. Bad eating habits are all over. Either you see people with malnutrition, either overeating or undereating. I'll be honest with you, both of those are not getting the sufficient nutrients that you need in a daily life. Because of that, people experience low energy, vitamin deficiencies, and even sometimes depression. The article entitled Long-Term Effects of Bad Eating, written by Lindsay Boyers in 2018, states that about 10% of Americans actually only follow the diet recommended by the U.S. dietary guidelines. The natural causes for this bad eating habits, you see probably people talking about lack of sleep, stress, and even being tired from work obligations. So it actually is, going back to this slide, it's a lot easier to actually just get fast food. It's more convenient for people, and people don't like making their own food nowadays, which I do not know why. There's actually so many negative effects, like feeling down, like I said, with depression, and among health effects, more or less, a lot of people experience either high blood pressure and high cholesterol with that. Actually, like we mentioned earlier, that high blood pressure and cholesterol actually can lead to heart disease, stroke, something like type 2 diabetes, was actually very easy to develop over time. A lot of Americans today, actually, their diets consist of high saturated and trans fat, a lot of salt, and a lot of sugary drinks. According to that same article written by Lindsay, she makes the claim that this actually begins, those bad habits begin when you're in college, in your early 20s. Based off, there's no motivation to really be in your apartment and make food when you can walk 2 blocks down and get something fast, like you say, like even McDonald's. I know probably in every college town pretty much, or something like a Steak and Shake. A lot of college kids also prefer snacks, and it is very costly in their eyes to make their own food at home. We need a solution to that. I'll be honest with you, we all need to cut out fatty foods and just be aware of what we put in our bodies. Another article entitled Risks of Poor Nutrition, written by SA Health in 2019, states that people need to incorporate a variety of more healthier foods. Either consume those bad foods that obviously everyone loves, just make sure you eat that in moderation. And it's a lot easier to eat healthy when you plan your meals ahead. How does that help the problem? When you plan ahead, it strays away from that fast food decision we talked about earlier, and that convenience, because you know what you're going to eat that night and you have something prepared and laid out, ready for you when you get home. Also, an article entitled Interventions for Change, written by the PhD Mary Barker and colleagues in 2018. They said that the main problem is that the society just needs to get educated and be able to sustain that knowledge for this bad diet, for generational change. So when people below us, like our kids and our grandkids, they don't have the same problems that we see today. Another article entitled Unhealthy Lifestyle, written by Sarah Napton in 2015, actually states that there's a correlation between someone's life expectancy and their diet. She actually made a statement where she says a couple other factors are factored in, maybe like smoking and whatnot, but you can see a shorter life expectancy from a bad diet up to 23 years. Like I said, because of those bad diets, as I mentioned earlier in the earlier slides, that leads to heart disease and a lot of strokes. And she actually made another claim where she said approximately about 80% of those diseases could be prevented with a healthier lifestyle. Visualize this. Imagine 30 years from now when we have kids, spouses, maybe even grandchildren, I don't know. But you don't want to be that grandfather at home laying on the couch, as I go back to this slide. You see, you don't want to be that in 30 years. You want to be the grandfather and husband and wife that actually can go outside and play with their kids, play sports in the backyard, have a water balloon fight, or jump around a kiddie pool when you're older. You want a bad diet be like holding you back. You actually, from a healthier diet, you actually also improve your self-image and self-esteem. I know walking around, if I was obese and overweight, I probably would not be comfortable with my own self-skin, being able to wake up and look in the mirror every day. I think eating healthier and living a healthy lifestyle, when you incorporate exercise and whatnot and those other factors, I feel like you just feel like better, more energized, and pretty much like a happier person living your life throughout the day. The perfect setting, as I mentioned earlier, with a healthy diet, you're active, your body's gonna keep feeling young, and you're gonna be healthy until you're 80 years old. So I challenge you guys today. I challenge you guys to try and be aware of that diet. I want you guys to go out, take 30 days, just 1 month, to be aware of that diet and be aware of what you're consuming inside your body. I really don't think it's that hard to be healthy, and plus, I think you're gonna like the positive results you see after that 30 days. And you never even know, maybe you continue that path, maybe you don't. I think you guys will after you see the positive benefits. A quote that a Miss Jadali had was, "It's not a short-term diet, it's a long-term lifestyle change." If you guys take my advice today and try that 30-day challenge and start incorporating healthier foods, eat in moderation, you guys are gonna be set up for a healthier life down the road. You're gonna be a lot more aware of your self-image. I think you're gonna have a higher self-esteem. I think you guys are gonna see the results a good diet could actually have for you. Thank you.